This is Vet Tales, the story of the sailing veterinary clinic. Last episode, we got back to Chuffed and took my parents out for a much-deserved sail. We also gave some puppies their very first veterinary checkup. This episode, we sailed to Agua Verde to begin phase 1 of our veterinary project.
Heading in to do a little bit of provisioning, getting veterinary supplies and some food and water, so we can head to Agua Verde for our first reconnaissance trip. Right, got a big bag of flea and tick medicine that includes a dewormer. That vet clinic was awesome. They gave us a discount for purchasing so much and because we're helping the animals, and they also are very happy to work with us once we've got numbers to help us plan more. Yay! Hey Addie, is that your bedroom? You can stay in there. You don't. Oh no, what's he doing? Well, why don't you take the Kong instead of a pair of my shoes? There's a Kong right there that you could take. Mr. Guy, why would you take one of my shoes when there's a Kong? Why would you take one of my shoes when there's a Kong? Do I have to get him? Do I have to get him in the boat? Where's he gonna go? How am I gonna catch him? Oh, I nearly got him. I nearly got him. Oh, I caught him. Well, Jim has to get him. Alright, we just did a vacuum with the engine on so as to not use up all of our battery power. And I'm just going to do a little carbon blast by putting the boat into a high RPM just to try and get it nice and warm. And then we're going to just check the oil and do kind of a general engine check before we leave for Agua Verde. Checking the belts are pretty tight. They are. Check the oil. Got plenty of coolant. Might actually need a little top up. I'll check the transmission oil as well. No, perfect. Cool. Looks good. Brand new oil. It's very awkward. Cool.
On the boat, packaging takes up a lot of space, so I took all the flea, tick and worming medicine out of its packets and arranged it all by patient weight and species. Although the first phase of our projects is a little more basic, focusing on parasite control and assessing the general health of the animals, it is still a costly exercise. The flea, tick and worming combination medicine that we use is quite expensive, but it's a really important part of getting these animals healthy because many of the diseases here are carried by ticks, including ones that are contagious to humans. Morning doggy poop run. Right, Jim's just releasing us from the mooring. We'll just fall back a bit and then turn around and head out. Alright, we're off the ball, heading out. Predicted winds of kind of 11 to 15 knots today, so we're hoping we can go downwind pretty nicely. Might get gusts of up to 20, but heading downwind that should be just fine. So hopefully we can sail a bit
Addie's all life vested up and we're ready to go. We are underway and we're already sailing, which is awesome. We're making about 4 knots averaging. We've got kind of following seas, so you know, we like kind of speed up and then slow down, then speed up, slow down. But yeah, it's been pretty nice so far. Tiny bit rolly, but not bad. We've got 20 nautical miles to go, so it's like 25 miles total. So yeah, 20 to go. And basically the plan when we get to Agua Verde is we're going to go meet up with Leonora tonight, hopefully, who's helping organize it. She owns one of the restaurants there. She's told us that they estimate there's about 90 dogs and 20 cats. Not sure if all of those would come to a clinic day though. So we're doing Saturday and Sunday clinic days to hand out free tick and flea medicine, worming, and then also just do free checkups and get some numbers of the number of dogs, cats, who's interested in what. We have enough medicine to do about 60 of those animals with flea and tick medicine, and then obviously we'll buy more as needed based on how many come and what they need. It was really good though. The vets in Loreto have been really awesome about working with us. They gave us a bit of a discount on buying the flea and tick medicine and said they're very keen to help us however they can going forwards. So that's really cool. And we also had some cruises from Puerto Escondido. We announced on the net what we were doing and a few people donated, which is awesome too. So a big thank you to those guys. It's kind of cool because it can go directly, you know, it all went directly towards getting that medicine and to the trip. So that's cool. Yeah, so we're pretty excited to get there. It's, we've got like, kind of estimated, like right now I think we're getting about 10 knots-ish. Might pick up to kind of 15 to 17 as the day goes on, so I should be able to sail the whole way hopefully. This first phase of the mission really is just kind of, funny little wave, building trust with us in the community, getting to know everybody, but also getting the numbers and the needs of the animals so that we can come back with the necessary vaccines and also possibly organise a spay and neuter campaign with kind of the exact numbers that we need. So yeah, this is just the first of what will probably be many trips, at least 3 we think. As you can hear, the motor is on just for a second. We're coming behind the backside of the island, and there are rocks. Whoop, it's okay, Addie. Addie. Okay. And there are some rocks just off to the right of us, between us and this little island. And we just lost all the wind, so we were going like 0.5 knots, and of course slowly floating towards the rocks a bit. So we basically just got head sail out, got a motor just for like a mile, and we're hoping that then the wind picks back up once we're off the backside of the island and we can sail again. It might actually already have happened, so hopefully we can start sailing very soon.
Got the wind again. Engine is idling. I'll turn it off in a second.
Weirdly, it was meant to be getting windier and windier, but seems to actually be dying. And I'm suspicious because there seems to be less white caps. It's making me suspicious the wind's dying.
What makes me think the wind's dying is I no longer feel it.
Addie doesn't hear his sigh too. Well, you go when you're sailing. Actually, you like motoring best.
We've lost the wind, so now we are motoring, and Sheridan is trying to get Addie to pee, I think unsuccessfully.
Last year when we came through this section, there's like a gap in the mountains, and there was a westerly. It was sailing along really nicely with like, you know, like say 10, 12 knots on the beam, and then next thing 20, 25 knots, and we were like, whee! Yeah, so this, I guess there's a gap that funnels the winds through. So it looks like on our journey back we could have a westerly again, so we're gonna keep that in mind, maybe reef early, or at least, you know, keep a good lookout for the gap winds. You're already on top of me. Oh, Jesus. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm coming.
He just like smashed my legs up. You're too bony. Do you want to go try wee maybe? Is that why you're being all silly?
I think that's a no.
Are you feeling nauseous? Jim's just up front with Addie again. We're trying to see if he will wee. He started acting really weird. We think he might be feeling seasick. He started panting a lot, yawning a lot. He won't settle. First we thought maybe he needed to wee. I think he might actually be feeling a little nauseous though, because we've just got this kind of like swell from the dying northerly hitting us on the side a little bit. And I think he's also just anxious. He gets worried, wonders whether we know what we're doing. So I haven't given him anything for nausea yet because he's not actually been sick. We do have some medicine though if it seems like he's getting worse. We are only an hour away though, so I'm hoping he is okay. In terms of stuff for anxiety, there is medicine for anxiety. A lot of it is kind of like sedative based though, so you know, not ideal on a boat unless they're really anxious. So for now we're basically just cuddling him and trying to make him feel like he's having a good time. Hey darling, we're just pretending it's a really good time and giving you lots of cuddles for now. Yeah. Well, this is the best way to keep him from feeling so anxious. But we seem to have worked out that he really wants to be in the dinghy. He keeps trying to get in it.
Here he goes.
Yeah. And he's trying to convince Jim to put it in the water and take him in it. Oh, Addie, come on. And we've been trying to explain to him that there's no point getting in the dinghy because we're not at shore yet. But he really wants to get in the dinghy. It's difficult in an ideal world for like anxiety, like, which is what he's kind of feeling. You know, you create a safe space, you try and make it nice and calm. But because he's just not generally feeling very safe on the boat right now, it's hard to give him a safe spot. So Jim's lap is currently the safe spot. He doesn't want to be downstairs. And luckily we're just nearly at shore. Perhaps Addie, we need to look into some anti-anxiety options for Addie for longer trips. He was really good for the first 2 hours. It's only been the last 2 hours that he's kind of gotten a little bit more anxious. He actually was good while we were sailing, and then once we started motoring, he got a bit worried, a bit more rolly. I actually wear these little blisslets on an acupressure point to help with my nausea, but they also can help with anxiety. So maybe I need to do a little Googling about the acupressure points on doggos. There is a spot here that can calm them, so maybe I'll try and poke him there a bit and see if that works. But yeah, maybe we could try putting one of these on him. We'll see. Lay down. Lay down. Good boy. Let me try this. There's this tiny little acupressure point here that you can put a needle in and calm dogs, and sometimes it like really helps to like calm them down. So I'm trying to just pinch it lightly and see if it has the same response as when you put a little needle in it. Definitely not going to put a needle in it right now.
Seems to have helped.
It might actually be working a little bit. There you go. Now we just have to find a way to do this before.
If you'd like to calm your dog, Google the Yin Tang acupressure point. Addie seems to like it. You can help us complete our projects in Agua Verde by becoming a patron or making a once-off donation. There's more information in the links below. If you can't support us financially right now but would like to help, please share our videos, give them a like, comment below, and subscribe. Thanks to everybody who makes these projects possible. We couldn't do it without you all. Until next episode, stay chuffed, everybody.